Today, I'll be taking you through how I made this unripe plantain pepper soup. How do you prefer to make or eat your unripe plantain? Please let me hear it in the comment section. Welcome back to the channel. This is 426 Kitchen. I hope you're doing well and you're taking life a step at a time, right? Before you proceed into cutting your plantains, right, you will have to wash it thoroughly to remove all the dirt and sand. I put a stroke on the plantain close to each other so it will be easier for the plantain peels to remove. I also love to cut my plantain in this shape, okay, so it can cook faster, but you can cut to your preferred shape and size. Make sure to watch till the end so you see the different ways you can enjoy your unripe plantain pepper soup with or without palm oil. This is what I do. You can see if I'm cutting it, it's a bit faster to the next stroke, so it's easier to remove. After cutting your plantain to your preferred shape and size, you're going to rinse it thoroughly until the water runs clear. By so doing, you'll get rid of any hidden sand or dirt. If this is the first time you're seeing this channel, thank you for stopping by. Alright, if you like what we're doing here, subscribe and turn on your notification bell so it will notify you each time we post new videos. After washing the plantain thoroughly, you're going to add to the pot and add water to cook the plantain. This is the right time for you to clean properly and wash your dry fish. For this particular pepper soup, I'm using catfish. After washing the fish thoroughly, you're going to set it aside. Onto the pot of plantain, we're going to introduce idem food or Uyayak as some people call it, but we call it Oshakrisha. So after introducing it, you add your dry fish or your fresh fish. Any fish of choice is okay for this pepper soup. You can as well decide to cook it differently, pepper soup differently, while the plantain is boiled differently. To add in the fish, you cover it and allow it to cook for 15 minutes before you introduce your favorite seasonings, salt, and any other pepper soup spice you may wish to add. For me, I love to keep my pepper soup simple, right? Because of the edam food and the scent leaf I'll be adding later. I want them to shine, so I wouldn't want any other spice to take over their flavor. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always stopping by. I do appreciate you and I hope you're doing well. This is after another 15 minutes, right? I'll check on the pots to see if the plantain is properly cooked. And as you can see, it's very easy to break apart. That's when you know that your plantain is properly cooked. At this point, I'll introduce scent leaf. If you don't have scent leaf, you can use uziza leaf or otters leaf. Garden egg leaf also can pass for the test. At this point, I will stir properly to combine and I'm going to cover it to simmer for 1 minute and it's ready. If you've gotten any value from this video, kindly smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and also turn on your notification bell so you'll be among the first to see our videos each time we upload. And here the food is ready. I'm going to show you 2 different ways you can eat this plantain pepper soup. If you're staying away from palm oil, this is the best way to eat your plantain and your pepper soup. For me, I love to eat it with a lot of oil and uba, which is oil bean, okay, and pepper soup by the side. Thank you for watching. All right, this plantain and pepper soup can also be made with fresh fish. All right, you can decide to cook the pepper soup differently and then boil the plantain differently, but I love to cook the 2 of them together so to get all the nutrients that is in the plantain. Thank you for watching. Till I see you in my next one. Do have a pleasant day.